great morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, August 11th. So I wanted to start out this morning. I've already thrown the cards. I was wondering and wanted to ask, what is going to happen to all these big white supremacist groups and hate groups, that are getting revved up with Trump in office? So what's going to happen when he leaves the scene? When Trump's no longer there to stir them up? What's going to take place? So what we have, I put out 3 cards. What we have is, of course, they want to think they're the strong man on campus. Okay, big man on campus. Out there, we're going to fight, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But they're going to get shaken up. Their tower is going to fall. Okay. And they'll be looking for the handouts. Okay. They're no longer going to be in a position of this power where they're being fed now. They're being fed by Trump and his cronies, all this crap. Well, that's going to go away. Okay? That's going to go away, and their tower is going to get shaken up because they're not going to have their rah-rah club there. Okay? Going into it, they've got the wheel is turning. All their far-off ideals and dramas and fantasies they have going, are going to hit the this one, which is the science. Now, on the other decks, this is usually the card where they're in the boat and going through their problems. But this is, the truths are going to be just pointed right at their drama, their mistaken ideologies. Okay, so, things are going to be pointing, at their rhetoric, at the ridiculousness of it. They don't want to accept. Now, this morning there was on TV, they were in this little Pennsylvania town, and the town is divided. The South is peaceful, the North is all these white supremacists with all their Nazi symbols and flags and they went and talked with one guy, and they asked him, well, what about the hate symbol? Well, it's a misunderstood, they misunderstood it from the Third Reich, and well, what about all the people killed? No, you're never going to convince me of that. Nothing happened. He starts going ballistic. Well, it did happen. It's part of history. So these people are just absolutely stupid. Okay? I'm going to just flat out say it. They're ignorant. They are ignorant of history. They want to put out this spin that it never took place. Okay? All these Jews that were killed in internment camps and starved and shot and gassed. Oh, it never happened. Never happened. Okay? Well, if you're going to be a denier of history, it's going to repeat itself. That's why you have to study history. Okay? And these fools, these ignorant fools, do not want to look at reality. They've got their little fantasy world that they've created. I guess all the little stormtroopers and the SS and things in Hitler's regime were all just fabulous people. What were they doing? Were they playing dress up? What? What did they think was going on during the war when they were fighting against Hitler? What were they fighting against? What were they fighting for? Okay? They would do well to study history. Okay? But when you have people that are so absolutely brain dead that they want to think that the Holocaust never happened, that going to the moon was a fake thing, that never took place. They never sent a man to the moon. That didn't happen. You know, next they're going to say the moon is green cheese, okay? I mean, that's the level of their ridiculousness. So let's continue with this and see what else we get. Okay, but their ridiculous nonsense needs to be challenged with the sword of truth. People need to educate these fools, okay? Get the reality check rather than your fantasy notions of far-off lands, you know, where the Holocaust never happened. Fantasy, okay? So they're not looking at reality, they're looking at fantasy. Underneath of it, again, all their fantastical notions, all these things that they've gathered and collected, they're fools. Fools, okay? They went off on this journey, you know, collected all this erroneous ideology. But, you know, when Trump leaves office, there's going to be interference with that. They're not going to have the free reign, not going to be the free reign that they've got now for all their hate and division. There's not going to be somebody at the top that's going to welcome it, okay? It will no longer be welcomed. What's above it? Over it, we've got, you know, temperance will come in. And these fools are being run by fear, barking mad fear ideology, okay? And they're basically lazy, okay? They want to be the king of the castle, lazy-ass people run by fear, okay? Losers, okay? Big loser boys, okay? All right. But, you know, what's going to take the lead is going to be temperance. And their ideology and their loser boy status, all the stuff they've gathered and collected and want to parade around, is going to be off to the side, okay? But temperance is going to come more to the forefront. And then when it comes to their wanting to come together, gather people, etc., there will become more introspection. More introspection will take place. And their ability to gather and rally people will be a failure. Okay? It will be a failure because they don't have somebody at the top anymore revving up this hate, fear, mongering, you know, and that's all Trump has done. He's a failed little individual that's got to play to the dregs of society to support him, okay? He's not being supported by the intellectuals, that those that understand history. He's supported by con artists, thieves, the dregs of society, those that are in fear mode, okay, following illusion, following delusion, following, you know, erroneous ideology, fantasy, basically, okay? Those that live their lives reading fantasy books and they're not even, you know, connected with real society, what's happening. They're playing a game, okay, of this supposed power that they think they've got, and they don't have any power. You saw that guy on the thing today when they were doing the interview, when they asked him one question, all of a sudden he lost it. Started screaming and ranting and, you know, just yelling and getting violent. Because he's got no self-control. He's got no internal self. He's not grounded. Okay? He's running on this fake ideology, and the minute it gets challenged, it's like most, when you come at them with truth and they don't want to hear the truth, they get really nasty. Okay? It's like trolldom. Okay? Same thing. You hit them with the truth, they don't want to hear the truth. They want their illusion. They want their drama. Okay? So they're going to come after you tooth and nail, and they hide behind fake names, fake, always a fake identity. They're never standing up with who and what they are. It's always behind a fake screen name, in an account that's got nothing, okay? If they do post, they don't allow any kind of posting on there whatsoever. No comments are allowed. Because they're pathetic, okay? They're pathetic people. Anyway, so, yeah, bottom line, when Trump goes out, this rhetoric is going to calm down because they're not going to have somebody at the top, rah-rah club for it, that stirs it up and wants to have ignorance supporting them. Most people, most presidents, people in power, want the elite, want those that have a good head on their shoulders, that know history, that know the happenings. That's who they want in the cabinet around them, not Trump. As you can see with all the indictments coming down, he wants other con men, grifters, liars, thieves, okay? Oh, but they're only white-collar thieves, so it's okay. It's not okay. And they need to be sent away to jail like a common criminal without being sent in these country club jails. Why do they get a country club jail? They're a criminal, okay? Let them be with other criminals. And we need to take our country back. We need to take our ideology back. And we need to educate those fools that sadly believe history never happened. Okay? They need to be educated. They absolutely are acting out of total 100% ignorance. Okay? So you can only pity a fool that acts out of ignorance, ignorant hate. Okay? So fearful that something might get taken away from them. That's always their rant. Oh my God, white supremacists, we're going to be a minority in our own country. This is not your freaking country. Okay? This country belongs to the Native Americans, really. It's not your freaking country, idiot. Okay? You're an immigrant here as well. Okay? If you're not Native American, then at some point you came into this country. But it was not always your lands. Okay? Like it has always been the Native Americans' lands. Okay? So they need to get a chill pill and look at history and look at reality. Get a reality check and start to understand rather than be in this fear mode. Little boy acting out, stomping their feet, throwing a tantrum with their torches and their stuff, trying to put in fear and hate. Ridiculous. Time to wake up. It's so much more pleasant when you can get along with people rather than running in fear. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Great morning, everyone. And now it's time to put this online and get to the energy of the day. And so the day begins.